Hey, welcome or welcome back. It is, as always, good to see you today. It is still Saturday, August 17th. We're still trying to catch up with everything going on with Amber and all this crap. So now we have another call that Jordy had on, I believe, August 1st. Yes, August 1st with Erica and Brittany. And this is after the apathetic facts video, after Amber Lynn telling her side of the story. And in this video, I think Jordy was watching Amber Lynn's video, and then I think Erica called. So we're going to start where Erica calls. I'm going to be playing a game, because, yeah, I just can't sit here and just take this. It's a lot. So, should be all good, and let's get into it. So I think he was also taking notes there for things that people wanted to ask Erica and Brittany, and it appears he was not expecting this call.
Hello there.
Hey.
So I'm actually not able to use my webcam because it's being used on the stream already. I don't know if you're interested in using your webcam, but if you just want to stay on audio, that's okay too.
Okay, that's fine. Here you go. That's fine.
Okay, so what we have kind of been doing on the stream for the past hour is we have been watching through Amber Lynn's live stream, and we've just been kind of coming up with some questions.
Also, we're going to speed this up a little bit. We're going to do 1.25. I don't know how long this call is, but
Questions that no one really has had answers to. It seems like it is a very different story than what you guys told us yesterday. So
I believe it.
It's incredibly different. It's almost as if it's like a complete 180.
well, of course, because again, we're getting two different sides. And I think Erica is banking on the fact that Amber Lynn has lied about a lot of things in the past, to think that people will believe her. But there are a lot of inconsistencies in what Erica and Brittany have said.
Yeah.
So I guess just right off the bat, before I kind of get into any of these, is there anything that you guys want to say, or something that might be on your mind?
As far as
just everything in general. I mean, I'm not sure if you had time today to watch Amber Lynn's response.
No, we don't. No, we haven't watched it.
Okay. All right. I suppose that we will just hop right on into this. So, something that has been brought up with Amber Lynn is Amber Lynn receiving money or Erica receiving money. So, other than the headphones, the Lego, and the moon photo, was there ever like rent money involved? Were there any other gifts?
No. The rent money was not to me. She would not tell me who that was for. I have a good estimation, but I don't want to say who that is. But I know that.
I mean, it's really none of our business. What I do find interesting is what's the explanation for what Brittany said in a message to Apathetic Facts after she was sending AP, or AF, those voice notes, what she said, and Berlin has cost me $2,400. What was meant by that?
Some people did borrow money from her, but I'm
sure they do.
Gotten any type of money from her, no.
Okay, so there were people that were / are receiving Amber Lynn for money, kind of getting help from her, but
yeah, nothing like serious. I mean, like like friends and I think like her family or something. I don't know, like not her mom, but I think her brother or something like that.
Oh, okay, alrighty.
Yeah.
So she is alleging a lot throughout this stream, and she talks about it for about an hour and a half, that it was pretty made aware that you guys had an open marriage. Was that the case, and was that how it was described to her?
No.
So, that hesitation there, that, no. That's a little squirrely.
Sorry to interrupt, but she basically said that during a long period of your relationship, she was under the impression that you guys were in an open marriage, and then it came to a point where you disclosed that it actually wasn't an open marriage, and she was okay with that. She felt bad about it, but she was okay with it.
No, no, I basically was. It was not stated that I was in an open marriage.
Okay. She also went on to say that you guys are only in a marriage because of financial reasons. Like on paper, it's more beneficial to be in a marriage than single.
That is something that me and yeah, that's just something that I came up with. I guess to
Okay.
kind of
So
ease it
would
out.
you say that that fell?
So she told Amberlyn she does not want to answer these questions because it shows that Amberlyn was telling the truth. So she told Amberlyn that, so basically saying that we're not really in a marriage. So she might not have said, I mean, who knows if she said they were actually in an open marriage or not. If Amberlyn does end up showing those DMs, we'll know for sure. But saying that we're only married for financial reasons, it's basically saying we aren't really in a marriage.
More into the lines of like the trolling.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me kind of get your take on that. Amber Lynn seems to be under the impression that you guys were open, and this is her way of saying this is why it was okay for us to be in a relationship because they were open.
No. No.
So just flat out no, that's just a complete made up lie. That
Yeah, like
I don't believe that. I don't believe Erica on this.
Brittany knew about it for a little bit, and everything like that. But then,
That's not the same thing. Brittany knowing about it for a little bit isn't the same as you telling Amberlyn that we have an open marriage. But didn't Brittany message Zachary Michael and Karina Kaboom in November of last year saying that her wife was having an affair with Amberlyn Reed?
I was, of course, kind of kept talking to her without Brittany knowing. And no, it was not ever disclosed that I was in an open marriage.
oh, see, I mean, this is kind of what I mean when I say that this is a complete 180 because
Yeah.
Amber Lynn is basically saying on her live stream that this is not the case at all. That you made it very clear to her that it was an open marriage. I mean, did you ever say anything like we have freedom to do what we want sexually?
We see other people.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, complete 180. So as far as the past relationships go, I know that Brittany kind of alluded to this earlier. Is there anything that you would like to say in regards to Destiny, Becky, Jade?
Why does it matter?
Well, which ones? Which ones do you want to hear about? Let's pull out the list here, and you just tell me. I mean, she's threatening. Apparently, she made threats about, me not trying her because of the prison job and stuff. But it all just depends on where you want me to start. But she's making threats, and I'm not sure like what she could say that I could possibly.
Didn't you say that
use against her in a more?
Didn't she just say that they hadn't watched Amberlyn's video? So how would she know what Amberlyn said about the prison stuff? Unless somebody told them about it. But if they haven't watched it, how do they know about that? And judging by Jordy's face, he just realized that as well, possibly. But to be fair, in that phone call from Brittany, she was threatening Amberlyn with releasing things. So,
or lawful matter if that's the way she wants to go, but she doesn't have any like receipts as far as anything that I told her about my job.
So what do you? Yeah, I do have that on.
So she doesn't have any receipts. Doesn't mean you didn't say it.
Hear about Amberlyn talking about prison and what you quote may or may not have done while in. But what do you know about her relationship from last year with Jade / wifey?
Well, oh boy, hold on. I kind of scrambled writing stuff down, so I'll just start from the back page. Apparently, Jade was verbally abusive to her. Hold on, I'm going to list. Jade had like pushed her to the floor and then flipped on her because she landed on Jade's clothes basket.
How could Jade push Amberlyn to the floor? So we have allegations from Erica saying that Amberlynn has told her this, of physical abuse from Jade towards Amberlynn and verbal abuse.
And then she claims that she had to pull a knife out of Jade's hand. She choked Jade. She slapped Jade. She tore up Jade's work desk.
Okay. So in terms of like anything physical related, let's try to leave that vague. Let's try to say things along the lines of like they just got physical.
I don't know how to, I don't do this, so I don't know.
I understand. I understand. I'm just trying to like navigate it on the fly right here. So you're completely fine. You're completely fine. So Amberlynn has also kind of disclosed to us that when she was in a relationship with Jade, they had very high highs and very low lows. When she said something along the lines of them having very low lows, it kind of made my mind go to, were there some incidents? Were there predicaments?
Yes. So, yeah, Jade would give her like silent treatments and, you know, laugh at her while she was crying and things like that. But they did get physical with each other.
So would you say that that is the point that they that's why they kind of broke up and why it wasn't able to continue?
Well, I think what was told to me was Jade said Amberlynn said she couldn't do this anymore, and Jade looked at her and said, I can't do this anymore. So I guess that's where the mutual breakup had happened. And then I guess that's when she started talking to that other girl. I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name.
No.
Kind of.
We don't know her name.
Okay. So yeah, I remember the summer fling of last summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Jade have problems with maybe some types of things that she consumed?
Oh boy. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying the words on here?
Well, just keep it vague. Yes, no. So there were things that were consumed that may have altered the decision-making process.
I don't know why we're trying to get tea on wifey during this from Erica, who has proven herself to not tell the truth on things already.
Yeah, Amberlynn didn't do any of that stuff though. It was Jade, from what I was told.
Do you know was Amberlynn supporting Jade? Was Jade
Jade had a job
contributing to the bills? Because Amberlynn made it seem like they were a 50-50 kind of relationship. But
yeah, from what she told me, yeah, that's the same story.
Oh, okay. So she had a job. She was living there. Do you know anything about the car? Whose car?
It was Jade's.
Oh, okay. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Interesting. So do you have anything to say regarding Becky or Destiny? I mean, things that people might be interested to know.
Well,
why does it matter?
Just okay. So we're done with the Jade subject.
Right? I don't know if there's anything. I'm a little bit worried about potentially saying something that might go along the lines of of violence.
Oh,
so
yeah. I won't say that was probably the worst of it. It was the worst of it.
Okay. I mean, was there anything else that stuck out to you about Jade that may have...
Jade was the one that drove her to Oklahoma and helped her get settled.
Yeah, we already knew that.
They got into a fight over the internet, and Jade just like stormed out and left her. That's the last I know of them.
Okay.
That's like where things were cut ties, and she said she continued to text Jade, stating that she missed her afterwards, and Jade didn't really respond.
We already knew that as well.
Okay, I think that's all addressed here as far as past relationship goes. I mean, I don't think that Becky really wants to be involved with all of this. I mean, I was gonna, ask about Becky and stuff like that, but
no.
I think it's best that we move on. So, yeah, Amberlynn says that there were many cheating incidents prior to this, and that you are a serial cheater, and this has been going on many times, and that Brittany has also cheated on you, and that your marriage is, quote, a mess.
No. No. So, I'm not perfect. I had an incident like 5 years ago, and we had squashed that. That was squashed. But as far as me talking about Brittany,
I had an incident 5 years ago that we squashed. Would that incident be cheating? Because whenever Amber Lynn brought this up during the phone call with Brittany that was in the previous video, it seems like Brittany didn't dispute the fact that Erica was a cheater, and neither did Erica.
Doing anything that.
Okay. So is this on your end? This is maybe like the second or ish time that something like this has happened.
Yeah.
Has Brittany ever been unfaithful to you?
Not necessarily, no.
Huh. Amber Lynn seems to think that she.
Not necessarily, no. What does that mean? If you have to be like, well, not necessarily. When somebody asks if you've cheated on your partner, what does that mean?
She was.
Well, Amber Lynn thinks a lot of things.
Okay.
She doesn't really know Brittany like that.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people.
She would only know what Erica has told her. So maybe what Erica told her, Amber Lynn took as cheating.
People dislike Alexis, Amber Lynn's new best friend. What is the deal with her? So, like, were they ever romantic? Is she friends with Emily? Did she know Emily in real life? What's kind of the deal with her?
I don't know much about Emily Oak Willow, whatever her name is. I don't know. I know that Alexis was like low-key a creep, which was described to me in so many words. But
what?
Yes, at one point they did have some weird thing going on with each other, and they had a crush and things like that. And I think that Alexis kind of wants to be in Amber Lynn's life more than Amber Lynn wants her in her life. So
kind of sounds like it might be two overbearing people. That
yeah, and I'm not sure what like Alexis has said about me, but I didn't really know like what she looked like, but I kept like seeing this person on my TikTok visiting my profile, and multiple times would you can see people visiting your stuff on TikTok, and I was like, who is this girl? And I like looked at her profile, and then I happened to see a reel with Alexis's face, and I was like, that's who she is. So Alexis is talking junk about me, but she was all over my profile and liking videos and stuff of mine, and I just now she like talking crap about me. I don't understand what that is.
She also did say earlier today that she tried to intervene on Amber Lynn's behalf and tried to be in Amber Lynn's ear, telling her that talking to you and dating you or doing whatever Amber Lynn did with you was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Alexis
I haven't seen that, but
Alexis has her.
So
her
I
ways.
actually have
doesn't matter. Not about Alexis.
her little. Oh, did she take it down? I think that she took it down.
I really don't care about Alexis. I don't care about what she says. She's irrelevant. She is just. I think she's just one of Amber's puppets, honestly. In this whole ordeal, she wants the clout.
Wants the clout. Kind of just wants to have her name.
And what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you and Brittany doing? You made up this thing to troll Amber Lynn. Probably planned it to get your 5 minutes of fame in Gora World.
Yeah, and I mean, it's whatever. And apparently, she turned the comments off of something that she posted about me. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, so a question that we kind of came up with after you and I got off the phone yesterday is, so we went back and watched some of Amber Lynn's old videos, and we were watching her receive the Lego, we were watching her receive the moon photo and everything. Was Brittany not watching those videos during that time? Because our kind of question was, well, if Brittany was watching these videos and she was witnessing Amber Lynn receive all these gifts, wouldn't she have known that you guys were talking?
No, we didn't watch her for that whole ordeal. Ever since I started messaging her, like she stopped watching her videos, and I've stopped watching her videos. Okay. So I'd watch one, every once in a while. I would, because she'd tell me, "Hey, I posted a video," and I would watch it.
There was a post that Brittany made back in April on some Facebook group talking about Amber. I believe that Brittany's called her the size of a planet or something. So I don't know. It kind of seemed like she was watching the videos, but you guys kind of just checked out from watching Amber Lynn.
Yeah, that was years ago, though.
Years ago.
Yeah, that was what, 2 years ago.
That was when I was part of Hater Nation.
Yeah, that was whenever she first got a part of Hater Nation, which she's still a part of.
Okay.
Which Amber Lynn knew.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that screenshot pulled up right now, but I thought that was made like 3-4 months ago. But after the fall of last year or whatever, you guys just weren't really watching. So it was just
Yeah.
it was just you watching Amberlynn and you talking to her behind the scenes, and Brittany was kind of checked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Something about Abby and Danielle. Were these people that Amberlynn was also talking to? Was it also in conjunction to Emily?
Let's
Was
leave
Amberlynn
these
talking to,
other
like,
people
5
out
different
of
women at the
it.
same time?
I didn't know about Emily until um all this crap came about, honestly. But Abby and Danielle, yeah. Danielle was married, and Abby was the young one that you know was a
Huh.
jerk to Amberlynn.
Oh, she was rude to Amberlynn.
Yeah, I mean, she did say mean stuff to her, and I guess that's where it came in that I told her to stop talking to her friends, which I didn't. I was just like, it makes no sense that you talk to these people and they talk to you like this. Like, even Alexis was mean to her, and she told me about that, and I was like, why even deal with her? And she's like, well, I kind of just haven't been talking to her because everyone thinks that Alexis is so-called Valentine, and now she's trying to. She felt like Alexis was trying to get clout or something. I don't know. Like that was a phone conversation, so I couldn't say verbatim how she worded that exactly, but that was the sum of it.
Yeah. Okay. So Amberlynn throughout her stream earlier today made it very clear that she almost didn't want to admit that she was a homewrecker. But I mean, we're kind of hearing here now from you that it was disclosed to her that it wasn't an open marriage and that this Danielle person was married. So
I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know about the Danielle thing. I don't believe that Erica wasn't telling her that they were in an open marriage. I don't believe that for a second. Because even on that phone call with Brittany and she was like, "You've known about me," and Amberlynn's like, "No, I didn't know that you guys were in an actual marriage until months later," and nobody disputed that on the call.
Amberlynn's talking to multiple people. I mean, I don't know. Was everybody telling her that it was an open marriage? Huh.
I mean, is she not allowed to have friends?
Okay.
What are you looking at? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I mean, if she, okay, that last one on your post, no idea what that is even about.
Which?
Where's these comments coming from? We're on your live, but we have it silent.
I have like a notepad pulled up on the screen. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Is that your questions?
They're questions, talking points. I'm just kind of going down the line.
Okay.
So we're like on this one right now. It's
okay.
highlighted.
Sorry about that. I was looking. I thought somebody had commented about that. I wasn't sure.
No problem.
Okay. Your next question. Repeat that last question.
So Amber had a very hard time understanding why Brittany may have wanted to get involved with this, because she has said the line of work that Brittany is in, and she thinks that it's kind of unethical. May have been aware of the fact, given their job, that Amberlynn had BPD, and it would be wrong to mess with someone that was a therapist, and I guess she's alleging should have known better. So I guess Brittany's opportunity now to kind of disclose her job title, what she does, if she wants to disclose that, and her opinion on Amberlynn's claims that this was wrong, unethical, anything of the sort.
Okay, so as far as my career, I am not a behavioral therapist. I don't know how that got thrown in the mix, but I am not a behavioral.
You said in the information, those voice notes that were given to Apathetic Facts, you said, "I'm a therapist."
Therapist. I work in the realm, but that is not what I do, and I no longer do that. I am.
Nobody said you were a behavioral therapist. They said you were a therapist, which you yourself said, "I'm a therapist," in those voice notes.
No longer a clinician by choosing.
So you were a clinician, but anybody that works in the mental health field should know that it's unethical to mess with somebody that has mental health issues by doing things that you know are going to exacerbate those mental health issues.
it takes a toll. My line of work took a huge toll. That's why I had to take a step back from it.
Gotcha. So, I mean, do you kind of
Erica said that you took a job that had less stress and paid better.
have any response in regards to Amberlynn? I mean, she spent a pretty decent amount of time of her live stream earlier saying that this was completely unethical. You should have known better. She really drilled this home. So, I mean,
Well,
do you kind
yeah.
of look back on this now and think like, maybe I shouldn't have done this, or do you not really? Was it just fun?
My thing is, as someone that also suffers from some of the same ailments Amber claims that she have, which
Okay, somebody here super chatted. I am in no way an Am baby, but I don't trust them. I don't trust Amberlynn either, but honestly, this call with Erica and Brittany just makes me feel even more sus of them. Okay, what are you going to say, Erica?
mine are actually diagnosed that also suffers from some of the same ailments Amber claims that she have, which mine are actually diagnosed. It wasn't really.
Amberlynn's were also diagnosed. This shade here is uncalled for. And the same illnesses can present differently in people.
She's trying to make it sound a lot worse than it actually is. When in reality, what we came up with was, on my part, was see if you can get Amberlynn to respond to you back.
She's making it sound a lot worse than what it is. You're trying to minimize what was done. Maybe you were just like, oh, let's just message her, but then Erica took it way too far. So I don't think Amberlynn is minimizing anything or is making anything sound worse than what it is. You're minimizing it.
See if she just shows any interest. That's as far as my part in this went. So whatever, when I noticed that things were becoming a problem, I'm like, just stop talking to her. And that's when I stopped engaging in watching.
And did she? No, Erica did not.
Videos. I was still a part of Hater Nation, Hater Outposts, all of the things that I regularly follow because, I mean, this was nothing. I was unaware of the severity of what was going on. So I was actually kind of hurt by the whole thing because, like, I don't know, I didn't like it. So I was kind of hurt by it. So I stopped watching. I was no longer interested in being in that world. So that's when Erica kind of took it upon herself to go from there.
Yeah. Would you what time of the would you guys say that you personally, Brittany, not her, just you, would you like mentally checked out of this, like November of last year?
I want to say that I knew of them speaking one time, and
so were
then
you largely were you in the dark here?
Yeah, I was I would say 98% in the dark because I thought when I told Erica, hey, just stop talking to her because it's kind of taking up a lot of time and I'm not okay with it. From then on, I knew nothing.
Okay. So, I mean.
But you messaged Zachary Michael in November and Karina Kaboom. And somebody here in the super chat said, but she was a clinician. She should know better.
How did this kind of happen on Erica's end? Was she doing these kind of phone calls and taking these kind of pictures behind your back? Because Amberlynn also did say at one point that she had a routine worked out with Erica that they would wait until you went to work and then they would call each other, and that's kind of. So was it just all kind of done behind your back?
Yeah, the whole thing completely was done behind my back. From the point that I told her to have no more contact, from then on, everything was done completely behind my back.
Okay. So what was a little bit contradictory in her.
But Erica's not a cheater. No.
Live stream earlier today is when we heard from Erica yesterday that she said, sometimes you just like to drive home from work with music on or just to turn it off and everything. Amberlynn kind of had a different take on that, and she kind of said that it was more so Erica was the one pushing for these phone calls, pushing to be on. So basically, what I got from yesterday was Erica was kind of the one saying Amberlynn was overwhelming with needing attention and everything, but Amberlynn's kind of alleging that Erica was the one that was always wanting attention and everything of the sort.
So I've been married to Erica for going on 9 years now. And
yes, we know.
When we have always had, she would call me when she got off work. She'd let me know she's on her way home. And from then on, then this was an hour drive. when she did work far away, that she used that time between getting off work and getting home to decompress, and she done that by listening to music, taking quiet time in her car. That was like her time, and I had respect for that. I never had any issues with that, but that was not abnormal. Erica's not really the type to be a real phone oriented, talk on the phone type person. She never has been. And
But she also sees you in person. She doesn't see Amber Lynn in person. So, she would have to talk to her on the phone.
that's going back 9 years. So, I mean, even when she got off work, it was okay. I'm on my way home. Um,
That doesn't answer the question, though. That doesn't answer the question of would she be doing this with Amber Lynn?
I mean, that's been the routine for many, many years. So that I just don't believe that.
Okay.
And to piggyback on that,
Doesn't mean it's not true.
so I do take medication. I take I guess it's antidepressant. I take Prozac, and you can't just stop taking that, or it causes withdrawals. You can't just stop taking it because it messes with your brain. And I had a late doctor's appointment one time, and I didn't have my medication for like 3 days. Like I thought I was gonna have to go to the ER or something just to get a dose of Prozac because my brain. I don't. You could look up the withdrawals of Prozac. Whoever wants to, you'll see. I experienced all that, and me and her had gotten into an argument, and she said, withdrawals or not, I deserve a certain amount of attention every day. That is what she stated to me. And so that is what, she can say I'm lying all she wants to, because that was one of the things that really stuck to me and really made me think, oh shit, sorry, excuse my language, oh man, this is a problem because apparently, I was going through a hard time, and to her, it was regardless of withdrawals or not, that came out of her mouth. She deserves love and attention every day by the person that she cares about.
Okay.
So, again, deflection on that. Just trying to paint Amber Lynn in a bad light. Amber Lynn may have said that. We don't know. At this point, I find most things that they're saying suspect. So, that doesn't answer the question of the routine of, did you have this routine with Amber Lynn?
I did call her and gave her my time home and my time to work because that's what she did. And there was times I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym.
That's what she wanted. I would love to see some DMs from Amber Lynn released.
She wanted me to call her then.
She's probably up. She was probably up still from the previous day.
Yes.
Go back just a second. Sorry to ask about Jade one more time, but just one more question regarding Jade. Was it ever said that if Jade was like in a poly relationship, or as far as you know, were they monogamous?
They were. She stated that Jade gave up Polly for her. That's the gist I got out of it. Jade gave up Polly for her because she loved her so much.
Okay, so kind of she had those kind of interests, but she was willing to give them up for Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, so now kind of getting to the end of the stream, Amber Lynn around the 2-hour mark said, basically that if you guys have receipts and if you're willing to leak things, then so is she. And she, quote, knows. Oh, she actually made a special point. She said, let me go ahead and look in the camera for this. And then she looked straight in the camera and said, I know what you did inside of prison. So what might she be referring to? What does she think that she has on you?
Oh, well, so I worked at maximum custody, and I would always tell her stories of things that happened, like things I was involved in, like crazy mess that I saw. And yeah, it was a job requirement to basically, I told her crazy stories like, hey, I used force on these individuals whenever it was necessary, and I have documents of that. I have reports of that I had to do, and there was footage that they had to review cameras just to make sure that I wasn't excessive with it. But all of that is on video with the state, so I'm not sure what she's referring to. That might have told her some stories before me and my wife got together officially, because I had just started working at the prison a couple of months before me and Brittany got together. And, some crazy stuff happened then too. But I mean, that was before my marriage. And Brittany knows about all those things. So I'm not.
What kind of crazy things did you get involved with inmates? Because that would be grounds for you going to prison, I believe. Or at least, I mean, she would have at least lost her job minimum. So saying things like, this is before me and Brittany got together, things happened, makes it sound like you were involved with inmates. And that could be what Amberlynn's referring to.
Not sure what she's talking about unless, she's going to exaggerate what I told her, like the crazy stories. I could write a book on my career in the prison. I could definitely write a novel. But she kind of felt weird about it because, I guess, family or family was in prison, but it
Her
was
brother's in
different
prison.
than what I was dealing with. I was dealing with people on death row. I was dealing with, y'all can YouTube this, the Taco Bell Strangler. I was dealing with the man that killed Shania Davis. That was a big national thing years ago. I was dealing with a lot of people that were high profile.
Honestly, the way that she was kind of describing it is like, I kind of got the interpretation that she was maybe suggesting that you were intimate with an inmate.
What? It was a men's facility.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I wasn't aware of that. Wasn't aware of that.
Okay.
That's just kind of how it hit me at first.
I will tell you, I was there for.
Well, that was my initial thought too, just now as well.
Like I said, close 9-10 years, and I only had one written warning, and that had to do with an attendance issue, like an attendance issue with a unit that I was in because I was having problems, and they, people, me and the unit manager didn't get along, and whenever it comes to upper management, if they want to nitpick someone, they will. So I was that person, and I got to write up. But I mean, that was it. Maybe a couple of counseling sessions for me losing my cool. But other than that, no, I would never do something.
Hold on. That was glossed over. A couple of counseling sessions for me losing my cool. That's not. She minimizes a lot of things.
Something like that. And I have a bunch of people, a crowd of people in my phone. I could message and be like, hey, was I ever intimate with an inmate? And they would state no. Like, inmates never even said anything.
How would they fucking know?
Way like that to me. Gotcha. If anything, I could call the dude.
Because I mean, my mind just kind of went to the most controversial thing.
No, absolutely not. No.
Maybe if you would have done something illegal on the job.
No.
Right.
Okay. No. Another thing that so Amberlynn had a very different story when it came to Life 360. Do you kind of just want to go over it one more time as to how Amberlynn was added to Life 360, how you guys were tracking each other's locations? Because in her live stream, she kind of made it out to seem like you were very much so interested in tracking her as much as she was her tracking you.
No, absolutely not. That's not true. So I know everyone probably thinks, oh, she has Life 360. She's nuts. I have a group on there. It's me, it's Brittany, it's my in-laws, and it's my grandmother-in-law. We're all on there together. So it's not just me and Brittany.
So a lot of people will have Life 360 just so they know where family members are to keep family members safe, especially if they have kids or if you just want to make sure people are in a safe location. Or they will have it on there if they don't trust their partner, like we're seeing now.
Looking at each other, we keep in touch with the grandmother, we keep in touch with my father-in-law, we keep in touch with my mother-in-law. And because they're far away, they're like an hour away. So like if Brittany goes to visit them, that's an hour drive, So, we just make sure that we're okay. It's not, oh, we got to creep on each other. It's not that at all. But she was, like I said, she had tried to get me to leave the house and be like, just go somewhere and try and call me. And I was like, for what? Like my wife's gonna be like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, there's no explanation. That she was like, she found out I had Life 360, and she kind of like made a joke about it at first. She was like, I really think you should consider us having Life 360. And she did. She mentioned it multiple times. She wanted me to give her a house tour, on FaceTime. She wanted me to show her areas of the house, and I wouldn't do it. She always wanted a house tour. She wanted to see what my house looked like.
Because then she would know for sure that Brittany was living there and you guys were still in a relationship. I don't think it's uncommon to be like, hey, I want to see where you live. I want to see your space. I don't think that's uncommon.
And it's pretty weird to me, but it was
What's
just
Brittany
that's
The thing
saying?
that didn't make sense to me is you wanting to track Amber Lynn. I mean, Amber Lynn
no
doesn't go anywhere.
Well,
right.
she
That
does.
didn't really make sense for me necessarily. So I don't know how that app works. But if you can see her, you're always just going to see her in one spot on the couch.
Yeah,
Amber Lynn does go places.
yeah, and there's just some other things that she told me about other people, and
So, do you still have text
Deflection.
messages, receipts, things of the sort with Amber Lynn?
I do.
Um, did you? I mean, at any point, did you like erase messages? I mean,
Probably.
No.
So, I mean, are you interested in showing receipts if Amber Lynn in the future claims things? I mean, do you kind of have this like, oh, I mean, you can say this, but here's the screenshot. Like,
Honestly, I did like think about that, and I did take it into consideration, but I'm not stooping to that level. Like she can stoop to that level and embarrass herself, but I'm not stooping to that level. And that's not to respect her, but that's, just to like respect this whole situation. This whole situation would have never happened had she not said my name. She said my
Erica is a very common fucking name for a lesbian. She didn't say your full name. She didn't say anything other than Erica. And Brittany contacted Zachary Michael and Karina Kaboom last November.
name, and she promised she wouldn't. I don't know if anyone leaked you the phone call that between Amberlyn and Brittany, but she even told Brittany, "I respect y'all enough not to say your names." And apparently, a Snapchat was posted and then deleted with all of our names in it that she posted. And
I don't know about that. I don't know if there's any proof of that. Who even uses Snapchat anymore? I don't know if there's any proof of that, but in that video, all Amberlyn said was her name was Erica. That's all she said.
it was bullcrap. And apparently, Brittany was getting called a crazy wife and this, that, and third. And that's the only reason why me and Amberlyn broke up. So I wanted to clear things up. Like I don't want to be a distraction.
That was the only reason Amber Lynn and I broke up. Oh, because Brittany was crazy.
From what she's got going on, because I know that's what she's doing.
Yeah, Amber Lynn did say that you deleted a lot of their messages and that she didn't know why. She did mention that. I'm not sure if it was texts or what, but
no.
I don't know if it was. Yeah, I don't know what messages she's referring to, but she did mention that you erased messages and she didn't know why you did that.
I don't know if I would believe Erica on this. Even if you delete a message that you've sent to somebody, it'll still be on the other person's phone, as far as I know, whether it's through Instagram or texting or whatnot. It should still be there on the other person's device. So the whole I'm not going to stoop to that level, showing receipts wouldn't be stooping to any level. Now, if she were posting things to be malicious, that would be stooping to a low level. But just saying, oh, you're saying I'm lying about this? Here's the proof. Isn't stooping to any level. She just doesn't want these messages to be released.
I mean, there would be no reason for me to delete stuff because I clearly told Amber.
Sure there would, because you don't want Brittany to see it.
That Brittany does not go through my phone. I don't go through her phone. I don't even know her passcode. Like, we don't know each other's passcode. Well, she knows mine because I've had it forever. But she doesn't go through it. I leave it on the bed, like while I'm in the shower. I leave it around her. I don't, she can go through it anytime she wants to, but she doesn't.
Oh. Well,
Maybe she should.
There's a lot of contradictions here of Amber Lynn saying one thing and you saying the exact opposite,
Well,
and vice versa.
I don't care. I could care less what she says.
Yeah. There was a point during the live stream earlier today that Amber Lynn talked a little bit about yours relationship on the phone in an intimate sense, that you guys were sending and receiving videos and pictures of explicit nature to one another, and that at one point you sent a video of yourself doing things, and in the background or on the side of the video she could see Brittany's leg or Brittany's slipper, and she kind of was maybe under the impression that Brittany was sitting next to you or near you, watching you do this. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and no, that's not the case. But as far as
So she knows what. So she did do these things.
the videos and stuff, I will admit there was that, but I don't necessarily want to go in depth with that because
Please
I'd
don't.
like to, respect what's left and try to move on from this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
I
mean,
would,
You want to try to move on for this, but yet you all keep posting things and doing calls with reaction channels and going live.
I suppose just like the glare. I mean, I understand that thing to talk about, sexual things, explicit stuff. That makes sense and everything. But I mean, just like the glaringly, obvious contradiction here is Amberlynn's whole basis for her live stream today as to why she believed that she was allowed to talk to you and allowed to engage in a relationship with you, with her feeling somewhat guilt-free, is that you guys were in an open marriage. She said
she made a comment. She made a comment to me. I said, if my wife finds out, she will sue you. And even Brittany told her on the first phone call, I will send out a subpoena for you so fast your head will spin and you.
What the fuck would you sue her for? What the hell? You can't sue somebody for cheating, for being in a relationship.
Will have to get on a plane and come where we're at and come to court. And before all this happened, I told her, I said she could sue you. And she said, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to court and I'll win. That's what that's what came out of her mouth.
What the hell would she be able to sue her for? You guys are fucking insane. What?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
You're not going to ask about that, Jordy? You're not going to ask what would Brittany sue Amberlynn for?
Amberlynn's just telling a very different story and said that the whole open marriage thing was very much on the table until as recent as like a few months ago. That she didn't know until like April.
Absolutely not. Because she
I
would
don't
always
believe Erica.
ask if Brittany was in the room. She would always ask, where she was and that she hates that Brittany's around because she can't talk to me that much.
Probably after she found out that your marriage was actually real. There was a whole 5 or 6 months where Amberlynn was under the impression, maybe 7 or 8, that Amberlynn was under the impression that it was an open relationship.
Like, it wasn't. Why would I care? Why would she care? Why would Brittany care if I was in an open relationship or an open marriage?
Because it's Amberlynn.
Yeah, I mean, Amberlynn, a lot of her live streams, I think that she's trying to disclose or make herself. It's like, well, this was okay because they were open, but I mean, it's completely polar opposites with you guys. I mean, it really doesn't even seem like there's any way.
I fucked up, and I'm paying for it.
But what you're saying is Amberlynn knew the whole time you were married and that you guys weren't open.
Yes. After like the whole after we kind of oh, let's just say we're married for financial reasons, that way, whatever. So that's whenever things became aware. I told her the truth.
It's a contradiction. Yeah, that's what Amberlynn said. Amberlynn said that she was under the impression that it wasn't a real marriage, that it was for financial reasons, that it was an open marriage, until the day that she cornered Erica and started asking her these questions, which would have been, I don't know when. What was it, November? Was it later? I can't remember. But she's contradicting herself here.
And she was upset about it, but she still continued. And the home wrecker thing. So I don't know if you know what Moe's is. Moe's. Okay, so there's Moe's. It's almost like Chipotle.
Oh, Moe's Southwestern.
Oh, Moe's. Yes. Okay.
So okay. I get the home wrecker burrito, and I always have for years. Always have. And I was on the phone with her while I was getting one, and she's like, "Oh, speaking of home wrecker," made a joke about it. So she was clearly aware.
Oh my gosh!
And how would I pull a story like that out of my ass and make that up?
Well, I mean, making a joke because you're married is different.
I think I just, you're asking me on the spot here. She did make that comment, and I did make the comment. I was joking, and I was like, "Yeah, homewrecker Lynn," and she got a laugh out of it, like she knew.
I've eaten that burrito at Moe's, the home wrecker.
I know the best.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh.
But this is what Amberlynn has said, though. Amberlynn said that up until a point, She thought that you were an open relationship for financial reasons because that's what you told her. Because, I mean, by nature, we're married for financial reasons, but we see other people. Just by saying that, you're implying that you're in an open marriage.
I mean, it's just crazy to hear your side of the story, just how different it is.
But I understand everyone. I know that there's people
Because Erica and Brittany are full of shit.
out there that think all three of us are fucked up for this.
Somebody commented here. Oh, are they in North Carolina? I'm a therapist in the same town her wife was. I'm so disappointed they're in NC. We don't need bad clinicians. We need more who care.
And if anyone's fucked up, it's me. On this part of it, I'm the main culprit of this on my side.
Okay.
It was a mistake that I made, and I was, obviously it was probably the dumbest decision I ever made in my life. And also, she said, apparently, Brittany got a message from someone that Amberlynn made a comment that I was still in love with her. I don't know if you heard
What is Brittany saying back here? I sped her up a little bit here.
that or not.
You mean like right now?
No, Amberlynn didn't say that you were... Amberlynn didn't say that as far as I can remember.
Now you're still in love with her?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm not sure. I don't remember her saying that necessarily, but she may have.
I don't remember her saying that either.
That now. No.
Okay, so
Absolutely
emotions
not.
on both sides. Like this is done and over with. You're checked out. She's checked out. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
who knows if she's checked out? I will say that there were parts during the live stream earlier today where Amberlynn teared up and got kind of emotional, and she kind of suggested to me that maybe she didn't receive her closure. She didn't really get all the answers. Maybe there were promises made that you didn't fulfill on, and she did seem a little bit hurt, I will say.
Okay, then why was Tommy with a plane to 16 hours after?
So why? That's what I want.
Does it fucking matter? I mean, yeah, Amberlynn moves on quick. You're deflecting. Deflection.
Like after all this happened, why was Tommy on a plane 16 hours after?
Do you have
Not the question.
any guess as to how long Amberlynn and Emily were talking prior to you guys being there? Did she ever talk to you about Emily?
No.
No.
I didn't know about
you
this person
didn't know about
until
okay.
I'm just now finding out about this person.
So it's really anyone's guess how long Amberlynn may have been talking to you.
Right, and I don't understand why this girl is on. So my Instagram's private now, and I've gotten some requests, and she was one of them, and I don't understand why. And she's also following Brittany.
Because she wants to know how long you were talking to Amberlynn after she and Amberlynn started talking.
Which I don't understand why. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on with Emily, Tommy, whatever her name is.
Okay. Yeah, Amberlynn just seems to be really insistent on the fact that there has been a lot of unfaithfulness and problems in your marriage. And I mean, it's whether or not you want to get into it or not, but
that's not even her business to disclose. Like I can sit here and disclose more stuff that I wrote down, and that has to do with things that have came out of her mouth. And we're not on that topic, and she's blatantly going out of her way to say these things about me. Whenever we could have just got on live tonight, and I could have just went over this entire list, this entire 2-page.
So, because Amberlynn is saying these things because it explains why she was in a relationship with you and why you were pursuing her.
Page list that I went over, but we're not discussing that right now. I'm addressing your questions.
right.
And I feel like that's being respectful. So she wants to give empty threats and sick her puppet on me and make TikToks about me or whatever it is that she did. That's fine.
As far as you just saying about the subpoena and the lawsuit and everything, what was so you had talked about her, like if you were going to disclose that this all occurred, you were
Hold on here.
Sue her for
somebody commented, because I can see the super chats because they appear on the screen. This person said, "Mate, you don't get to act hard down by when you're also at fault."
As far as you just saying about the subpoena and the lawsuit and everything, what was so you had talked about her, like if you were going to disclose that this all occurred, you were going to sue her. Sue her for what?
Yeah,
no, I told her that if Brittany found out, my wife would sue her for what is it?
yeah, for what?
There's a law. It's a law here in this state, but she could be subpoenaed to court. And the comment was made that, oh, she can take me to court if she wants to, and I'll win. That's what Amberlynn said.
Okay. Huh.
Adultery? Is that, I mean, what the fuck? So you're threatening Amberlynn with court because your wife is having an emotional online affair with Amberlynn. What the fuck is actually wrong with you?
She didn't give a fuck, apparently. Yeah. She would have to pay like some type of fine on infidelity or something of that matter. That's what I was trying to explain.
Wait, why would Amberlynn be the one being... Jordy's face, like, what? Why would Amberlynn be the one being punished for this whenever Erica is the one that's married? Let's look this up. Okay, so apparently they're in North Carolina. Hold on, you can see my whole screen here where I've been trying to look things up in my chronometer where I track my food. Let's look this up. North Carolina law on infidelity. North Carolina criminal law defines adultery as when any man and woman not being married to each other. It's defined as a man and a woman. I wonder if that would work with lesbians. Lewdly and lasciviously. Lasciviously. Why am I saying that weird? Lasciviously associate, bed, and cohabitate together. Adultery is a misdemeanor. What's the homewrecker law? When you think of a homewrecker, you may picture someone who causes chaos in your home, and you would be right. You may file a lawsuit for monetary damages if someone sleeps with or takes the affection of your spouse before you separate. So, considering it's defined as a man and a woman, I think Amberlynn could get out of that because of the way it's written. North Carolina also allows spouses to sue their partner's lover for alienation of affection or criminal conversation. To win, the spouse must prove that the third party was responsible for the breakup of the marriage. This can be done through direct or circumstantial evidence, such as depositions, requests for admission, and document requests. She wouldn't be able to prove anything because they wouldn't have divorced. So Brittany's full of shit, and this is stupid.
Explain.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's really. I mean, I know we went over this a lot, and this probably takes a toll on you and everything. Might have a headache by the time we go to this, but I mean, I suppose before we finish up here, is there anything that you want to clarify, say? I mean, you said that you have a list in front of you. Is there anything that you want to say? Is there anything you want to address to Amberlynn?
Well, I would but I think that if she tries to lash back and say anything that she's not, that she obviously said some stuff that wasn't true and stuff that I feel that she shouldn't have said in this live stream today. So I'm gonna hold on to this, like what I got.
Brittany, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, why was the sexual stuff brought up? But I didn't even mention the type of.
Because, and Jordy just closing his eyes, because it would prove that you were in a relationship. Amberlynn brought that up because, I mean, none of us want to hear it, but because it proved that this wasn't a one-sided thing. If you were sending her these videos and doing these things, then it proves that it wasn't one-sided, and it wasn't Amberlynn just making up or thinking that you were in this relationship.
Stuff she sent me, and you can get in big trouble showing stuff like that. Like, I know that. And
it seems like because there was a point earlier today that Amberlynn felt maybe a little bit nervous that you would show photos or videos of her. And
no, and if she does that to me, she's going to court.
Brittany threatened And that phone call with Brittany and Amberlynn that was recorded by Brittany, Brittany threatened Amberlynn with releasing these things. She's like, I have all this stuff that you sent. I have everything, the pictures, videos, everything. And she made some comment about if these were to be leaked or whatever, you'd be ruined or something.
Like, I wouldn't do that. That's a whole court ordered situation. Like, she could get in huge trouble if she shares that stuff, and I could too. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
That's revenge. That's like what, revenge pornography or something? No, you can get in big trouble for stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
she basically said the same thing too. She said,
but Brittany threatened it.
you know, if there's pictures out there of my tits, if there's videos or whatever, she basically said that she's prepared to lawyer up.
That's fine. She doesn't have to worry about that.
She said she didn't give a fuck. She didn't care.
I'm not okay. So let me give you a little background check, and I have receipts of this. I finished my college degree in criminal justice, unlike her. So I have a degree. I know somewhat about
That's uncalled for.
the law, and I know that is not that is not something that I would do.
Gotcha.
That is not. I don't care if she's the lowest of the low. I'm probably lower than she is right now to a bunch of people. Who cares? I don't.
Yeah, because you're kind of a lying sack of shit right now. That was kind of uncalled for. What are you doing with that degree? What are you doing with your criminal justice degree? Are you successful with it, Erica?
Don't care, but somebody else was going to fall victim to her. Somebody else was going to fall victim to her. So here I am. People were probably like, oh.
Somebody else falling victim to Amberlynn. You were the one that started all of this. In this particular situation, Amberlynn is a victim of you and your wife trying to troll shit, and then you continuing to lead her on. In this situation, you are not the victim, Erica. Amberlynn did not make you feel any certain way about her. Amberlynn did not make you do any of this shit.
Erica's disgusting, whatever, but I know not to go that low to send stuff out like that. People can really get in trouble for stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of seeming like on both ends, both of you don't have an interest in releasing screenshots or photos, videos, anything of the nature.
No, and she needs to stop talking about Brittany's sex life. That was uncalled for. Because I could.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as much as she has things to say about you, she does have. I mean, talking about Brittany's infidelity.
Okay, well, ask Apathetic Facts for that phone call I sent her. If you.
Yeah, that phone call just made Brittany and Erica look horrible. It's in the previous video before this one that I uploaded. That video was not a good look for Brittany and Erica at all.
You haven't gotten it already. Apathetic Facts has a whole conversation of that. So, me and my wife are active, yes, and there's no what she's saying isn't adding up to me. So there's no reason for her to talk about Brittany in that manner.
Yeah, so I suppose it's kind of like ball is in Amberlynn's.
Somebody commented, "This is making all three of you look very unintelligent. I didn't think anything would come along to make Amber look worse, but here we are." I mean, Amberlynn doesn't look great for doing this, but these two people look worse.
And for her to talk about Brittany in that manner.
Yeah, so I suppose it's kind of like ball is in Amberlynn's court if she wants to keep running her mouth, if she wants to say something about Brittany.
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah, because I'm going to hold on to this 2-page list that I have that I remember coming out of her mouth as far as her personal issues, as far as Eric, as far as Becky, as far as Destiny. I have stuff that she has disclosed to me. So if she wants to say anything else, she is more than welcome to. But I'm going to hold on to this list. So the ball is in her court. And
so there are things.
If I could look into the camera and say that the ball is in your court, you know, I would, but I'm not on camera, so I can't pull Amberlynn on that one.
I have a pretty good feeling she's hearing everything you're saying right now.
I don't care. I do not care.
Yeah. So
I do not care. I don't care about her. I don't care about Tommy. This is a whole big distraction from what she got herself involved in. And, you know, yeah, maybe she wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, but you're the ones that actually kind of blew this up.
Me and Tommy were two different people, but she went way too far by name dropping me. So once people found me,
all she said was Erica. Okay, maybe this is the live stream that Amber wanted to join. Amber is in the chat.
And was messaging me like Salty Crab. Don't know if you know who they are. I was like, okay, it's time to, you know, at least get my side out because people were obviously not knowing what the full story was. So yeah, the ball's in her court.
Yeah, Tommy Slummy said that phone call did not do you two any favors. No, it didn't.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, sorry,
And
just
it's
not to go.
nothing. It's nothing that's going to get the channel striked. I already know the things I can say.
Yeah.
But if she wants me to say anything further about Alexis or about Eric or Beck,
So there are
and her,
things that could be said about some of her friends, some of her past lovers.
I understand that. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. But I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm I'm not stupid. I'm not
Yeah.
dumb. I might be dumb for this. Yeah, I'm absolutely fucking dumb for this. But I'm not going to sit here and show all my cards. So she can cut. This is my message to her. Hi, Amber, if you're listening. You can stop talking about me now and address the Tommy situation, and we can go on with our lives.
Amberlynn wasn't talking about you. Amberlynn responded to your video.
And you can just deal with Tommy. You and Tommy can deal with Tommy, and we can just cut ties and not speak to each other anymore. Like, that is the opportunity I'm giving you. Don't sit here and give me threats. I'm not threatening you, but watch what your next move is. That's all I have to say.
Amberlynn
That sounds like a threat, but Amberlynn is in the chat.
actually did provide a response here to everything you're saying right now, and she said she needs to talk about the $2,400.
What $2,400?
How did I cost her $2,400?
How? What does that even?
I don't know, something about $2,400.
Oh, she can.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the video that Apathetic Facts uploaded with the messages from Brittany to Apathetic Facts and the phone calls, and the voice notes, in a message to Apathetic Facts, Brittany said Amberlynn costed me, which is horrible grammar, but Amberlynn cost her $2,400, and she was going to do a live stream hoping that maybe she could recoup some of that money.
Reach out to Brittany if she wants to talk about that. I don't know what the hell that's even about, but Brittany does. So she can reach out to Brittany, talk to Brittany about that. But there, if it has anything to do with money that I asked for or money that I spent on her, no, not $2,400. She was giving money to other people, but not that much. It wasn't even close to that. I don't even recognize that amount of money. $2,400. What the hell is she talking about? Okay, all right. Oh, Brittany can handle it.
Yeah.
Something.
Well,
Brittany knows
honestly,
something I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, Amberlynn did definitely bring up a lot of things today, but it kind of almost made it seem like you guys were the aggressors. I mean, she went on to say things like, well, Brittany was the one who brought up having pictures of my tits. She was the one that brought up all the pictures. So, I mean, just kind of...
Brittany was in that phone call.
Where did she even say that Brittany had pictures? Like, where did Brittany say she had pictures of her tits? That's what I want to know, because this is new to me.
In the phone call that she recorded, Brittany very clearly said, we have all of this information. We have the pictures. We have all these videos. And that she could release them and it would ruin Amberlynn, or it would be very, very bad for Amberlynn, I think she said.
Just something that Amberlynn said in my chat maybe like 5 minutes ago, that Brittany's kind of the one who initiated the whole discussion on leaking photos, videos, stuff like that.
If Amberlynn has anything to say to or about Brittany, she can address it to Brittany. And I will say this, Jordy, I don't know why you allow her on your channel, because she talked trash about you. She hated Zachary Michaels. She doesn't like Apathetic Facts. She doesn't like, of course she wouldn't. She doesn't like Karina Kaboom. She doesn't like any of you guys. And, I know that this is your...
What the fuck? Why do you allow her on your channel? Because it's a free fucking country on YouTube. You can go to any channel. Yeah, Amberlynn has said, because Jordy has said some stupid shit. A lot of people have speculated and said some really stupid shit.
Your platform, but she says that you are not a very good person. She said a lot of things about everyone. I actually defended Beck one time to her, and she flipped her lid. And so I don't know why. Like I said, I have some things written down, and I'm telling Amberlynn right now, this can stop.
What's to say? I don't think they understand through can turn their cam on. They just can't see if you do. Huh.
This can stop right now. We can stop talking about this. Stop Stop making me a distraction and address what you currently have going on. This is past stuff. She is in a current situation that is more serious, in my opinion, with what she's got going on with Emily, Oak, Willow, Tommy. If they're all the same people.
Okay. Well, I think that the way that things have been left are pretty clear cut right now. As far as if Amber Lynn has anything else that she wants to say, if she wants to keep this going, it sounds like you definitely still
So somebody here said, all right, Erica, now you're threatening Amber. If you're so high and mighty with all of your receipts, say it.
have things to say if that is the case. So,
Well, I'm gonna leave it to her. Like, yeah, of course, she's got to make money on YouTube. She needs the clout. She needs to look like, you know, the victim. And we're not victims here. We're not.
Somebody's saying, so y'all want her to contact you or no?
Well, I'm not a victim at all. So she can drop this. I'm giving
No,
her
you're
the
not.
opportunity to drop this, and we can just not talk about each other anymore. She can go back to her vlogs. She can go back to spending time with her mother, which I think that she needs to do. Her mother is actually a very sweet person. My mind, I believe that. And I'm definitely not going to say what she has said about her mother to me. I'm not going to say that because I have respect for people's family. So that being
Somebody wants to say they want to end this.
said, this can stop now. Deal with what you got going on with this Tommy situation and leave this alone. Just drop it. Drop it.
You just want it dropped. It doesn't fucking matter about Emily at this moment. We're talking about Erica. Erica wants all this dropped because she doesn't want more shit to come out that's going to ruin her marriage. That's the only reason why Erica's like, oh, like, no, you need to drop this. You need to drop this. You need to drop this. It's because she's scared that Amber Lynn is going to release any receipts or anything, and it's going to ruin her marriage because she's fucked up.
I'm dropping it. You need to drop it. So go film a vlog. Go film you walking Twinkie. Go film you getting your nails done with your mother. Call your mom. Tell her you love her. And we can just go about our lives. I'm giving you the opportunity now.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything else unless she does. That's
Gotcha.
it.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean,
So she has nothing to worry about as far as me leaking texts, leaking photos, because I'm not getting in any trouble. Leaking videos, she has no worries of that on my part. So she can chill out. But I'm telling her through you, this can all end
But Brittany, she does.
tonight on the stream, and that is what my motive was tonight, is to give her the opportunity to keep her mouth shut and to leave me alone. She should have never name dropped me just to prove that this horrible person she was talking to was not me. I didn't care. No one cares about me, like in my drama. Like, everyone is more involved in what the current girlfriend is doing. I don't think they broke up. I think they're still together. There's no way they broke up. There's no way they broke up. No way. Absolutely not. I couldn't get away from her. You think she's going to let her go? No. So I'm telling her now, deal with that.
You could get away from her. You weren't there in person with her. You weren't trapped with her. You weren't financially dependent on her for a roof over your head or a job or anything else. Shut the fuck up.
Go off of YouTube for a little bit. Get your head together. Start fresh on something new. Find a new hobby. Create new content. Leave me alone.
Okay. Well,
And I will leave her alone.
The fact that she name dropped you in the first place kind of tells me that she's interested in stirring all of this up. So, I mean, no,
Right.
I would like to believe that tonight's the end of it and there's no pictures, there's no nothing.
All she said was Erica.
But I mean,
No,
I wouldn't be surprised.
she has nothing to worry about. And I know that other people are going to take this live stream, Jordy, and make their own video of it. And that's
So somebody here saying, Erica and Britt, you two are grown women who started this. Stop pretending you're taking the higher road when you were trying to monetize the story yourself. Pathetic and ridiculous. Grow up.
fine. But as long as there's no further response, it's fine.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna
That's a threat.
feed into the reaction channels. I'm not gonna feed into the messages. I'm not gonna feed into the comments because I don't do that. But if I see anything on her end with my name in her mouth again, then it's just gonna be a whole nother situation. And I really hope that she does not do that. Really hope. And I'm not threatening her in any way. I just want this dropped. She needs to focus on
You are threatening her.
her and Tommy. They need to be happy together. Whatever it is they got going on, I want to be left alone. I should have never been brought into this. I was going about my business until my name got dropped on YouTube and my face is everywhere.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to pat.
Amber Lynn's not the one that put your face everywhere. Other people did that. Other people probably would have found you regardless if Amber Lynn had even said the name Erica. There are a lot of people named Erica. Even with Wifey back in the day, there was somebody with the same first name that people started harassing, thinking it was Wifey, and it wasn't.
Patch things up with the fucked up shit I did. Yeah. For all you people watching, I'm a horrible person for this. I get it. I know. I'm a piece of shit. I shouldn't have did this. This was fucked up. I shouldn't have did this to Amber because she's got her issues. You're right. Okay. And things did get out of hand. Okay. I admit that I was wrong. I'm not on here saying that I'm not trying to stray away, that I didn't do anything wrong. I am completely.
But you're blaming Amber Lynn for your own actions. Amber Lynn made me do this. I tried to get away, but I couldn't. You're so close to taking accountability. Somebody commented here, Erica would have slept with Amber if Brittany didn't find out.
Wrong doing this, and no one is perfect. I'm a human being. I conducted some ill actions that I should have never done, and that's that. So if this can end now, so I'm hoping, Jordy, that this could
Because I
be
mean,
the
honestly,
end of.
you haven't talked to Amber Lynn since like June, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I just want this, and then all this. It's the end of July. It is August 1st, and all of this crap spills out.
Right.
I don't get it.
I mean,
I
you know
don't know
why?
if this was planned.
You know why that your name was thrown into the ring.
To get it to be a distraction, or to what?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this was to deflect. I mean, I don't think that Amber Lynn had any interest in this, but she needed something very bombshell-like to take all of the focus off of. Because I mean, I don't know if you've seen everything, but the screenshots and the whole story regarding Tommy/Emily, it's a whole mess on its own. So I think that you were the perfect distraction, and that's kind of why she roped you into this. And who knows, maybe she feels a little bit hurt by you still, and this is her way of getting back at you. So
that's fine, and I get it, and yeah.
I think Amber Lynn was just trying to prove, because people kept saying that Valentine and Tommy were the same person. And Amber Lynn was trying to prove the point that they're not the same person, because people kept thinking that either Valentine either wasn't real, or Valentine and Tommy were the same person. So Amber Lynn had to come out. Well, she didn't have to, but she came out and was like, no, Valentine is this person named Erica. And that's all she said. Other people were the ones that doxed her.
Amber can cry on a dime. She is very intuitive with her emotions and how she expresses herself, but that she can be hurt all she wants to. People heal. People get over.
Yeah, Samantha here said Brittany did bring it up first. Brittany brought up having videos of Amber moaning. She mentioned that she has videos, yeah.
Things. She even stated it herself. Once a door is closed, she doesn't reopen it. And I'm not trying to open up any more windows, doors, emergency exits. I'm not trying to do this to her. I don't want to do this to her. But if this does not stop, I will.
Oh my God.
And it's not going to be received. It's going to be stuff that came out of her mouth that when people hear it, the right people hear it, they will know that it's true. And they will know that it came out of her mouth.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that it's been left in a very clear-cut way. I think that she gets the point. I think that you've made yourself very clear.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm the piece of shit here. I don't know how many people you have watching, but just let me be the piece of shit, cheating spouse, whatever it is I'm being called on the internet. I have no idea. I don't check in. Just let me be that, and just everyone move on. That's it. Okay, I'm disgusting.
Jordy wants to end that call.
Trash. I don't care. Okay, we're trying to patch things up. We're trying to move on. That's that, and I don't want to do this.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Erica and Brittany. I'm not sure if you guys have plans to involve yourself or participate anymore, but maybe.
No, we don't. Unless there's a response to this, we do not. So we're ending this, and I'm hoping that she does too.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me again. Appreciate you kind of getting your side of the story out there and everything. And hope you guys have the rest of your good night.
Alrighty.
All right. See you later.
All right. Bye.
Do some deep breaths.
She doesn't explicitly say she cheated, Lolo. It's like, I know I messed up. I'm human. Yeah, because you cheated on your wife.
So, I mean, she was getting
pretty heated.
She was getting pretty worked up toward the end of that. I think that she was starting to get very angry. The most glaringly in-my-face question in regards to everything that we just listened to is just...
So somebody put a comment there about Amber Lynn and Emily. And that just made it bullshit, I think. Because Colleen passed away, I believe, in April. And Amber wasn't talking to Tommy, as far as I know, until June.
The complete and utter distinction between Amber Lynn saying versus what she's saying. And I knew that if I would have stayed on the phone with her any longer, she would have turned it up a notch. And things would have been said that would not have been able to be taken back. So she kind of alluded to the fact that she knows things about Eric and Ricky. She knows things about some of the other side characters in the Amberverse. Something that I am a little bit on the fritz about is Amber Lynn said she deleted all of their messages. And she said, well, I'm not going to have receipts, but I will tell you what Amberlynn said. And after you guys hear these kinds of things, you'll know that Amberlynn said these things.
Somebody they're saying press her on these statements. Yeah.
I will say, I don't necessarily know if we were told the truth on everything. This was a lot more strange of a phone call than last night's stream. I will say that.
Yes,
I was actually
it was.
expecting to talk more to Brittany than Erica. I don't even know if I was expecting Erica to, but I mean, it kind of just got, it was all Erica. I understand, like, you guys were asking questions in the chat and everything. I was trying to navigate that the best I could. But, we were able to get through our little list and everything here. Some very interesting tea was leaked about Amberlynn's relationship last summer. But, well, damn. Well, damn. There are many super chats that are coming in that I would like to address. Thank you so much to everybody who sent in a super chat while all of that was going on. Cat's Meow sending in more gift subscriptions on top of that. Thank you so much. Just going to try to go through all of these as well as interact with the chat, see what your guys' take on that whole thing was, and try to come up with a point of where we go from here.
Yeah, somebody commented here. Amber name dropped because people were saying Valentine was Tommy. And they were waiting for her wife to die. And that's why Amberlynn said the name Erica. That's all she said.
The $2,400, I don't know. I don't know if Erica.
It's in the call from Apathetic Facts.
About that, now whether we believe that or not is anyone's discretion. But Brittany
Jaded donated $5. Please refrain from speaking about me. I no longer wish to be involved with this environment, and I am not afraid to take additional steps to ensure it. Is that wifey?
Seems to know more about the $2,400, but apparently that's something that they're going to work out privately. Not sure if Amberlynn is going to disclose what that $2,400 is about. But
I need to speed him
up. It
up.
kind of seems like we are now at a point with all of this drama that if Amberlynn wants to come out and continue to run her mouth and continue to lie and continue to do all this stuff, she's going to be met with consequences. I don't exactly know what those consequences entail. Obviously, Erica made it pretty clear in the call that she doesn't have any interest in releasing photos or videos. But there is still things that could be said. So I'm not sure if this is going to scare Amberlynn away, if she's going to choose to comment, if she's going to choose to clarify. But Erica, to me, seemed pretty fed up with all of this by the end of the phone call. And really doesn't want this to continue.
Erica seemed scared by the end of the call. Erica seemed like she didn't want more to come out because she knows it'll be detrimental to her and her relationship with her wife.
They're trying to shut Amber up. I want a home wrecker burrito. Oh my goodness. That was the funniest part of that whole phone call. So if you guys don't know, there is a burrito at this place called Moe's.
Yeah, we have a Moe's here.
It's called the home wrecker burrito. I've had this before. I remember this being a name. I have the Moe's app on my phone.
Yeah, it looks good.
I don't know why they call it the home wrecker burrito, but apparently Amberlynn, according to Erica, knew the whole time. There was
maybe because it gives you massive gas. I don't know.
No open marriage thing. There was nothing of the sorts. Huh. I know that Amberlynn said earlier in the chat that she wanted to come on the call and everything. Prior to me getting on a call with them, Brittany asked me if I would not bring Amberlynn or Alexis on the call. And I told her that I would not do that. So even if I wanted to, I made a promise to Brittany prior to getting on that call that I would not invite Amberlynn on the audio. I see that she said that. Do it separate. I'd rather hear from Amber. And who knows, maybe you will. Maybe you will. Maybe she'll go live tomorrow. Maybe she'll clear things up. I'm not sure. Why are they fighting through Jordy? Well, these people, Erica and Brittany, they don't really have a platform. I mean, they have a YouTube channel, but it's not monetized. It takes a little bit of time to get monetized. So, I mean, all of this is kind of happening right now. So I don't think that they wanted to wait to get 4,000 watch hours, get monetized. They didn't want to go through all of this to go live.
It takes time.
So I kind of, I reached out to Brittany yesterday.
I'm still not monetized. I'm not even monetized light yet because I haven't had much time to post the last several weeks. Yeah.
And I said, hi, I'm a reaction channel. I mean, you might have heard of me. I'm similar to the person that you reached out to last November, Zachary Michael. Because I know that you reached out to him. So, if you would like to come on my channel and use my platform to give your side of the story, you can. So that's kind of why all of this fighting through me is occurring. Are
Hmm.
you giving money to Erica and Brittany for this? I'm not.
Huh.
Hot UPS man, thank you. Is this who I think it is? Do you think she's lying about the open marriage thing? Do you think that she would really be shook about the slipper?
What's that say? So Erica ordering a homewrecker burrito is what made Amber say that she's so nice to service workers? Who knows? I think Erica's lying about the open marriage. Because, like I said, just by nature of saying we're married, but it's just for financial reasons, you're kind of implying that you're in an open marriage, even if you don't say those words exactly. But I suspect that Erica said that.
It's so different because it's not even like Amber Lynn and Erica were willing to meet in the middle. You know what I mean? It wasn't like Amber Lynn was like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's two different. She's saying blue, Amber Lynn is saying yellow. You know what I mean? It's not even like, it's two different things. She's saying that she knew that their relationship was not open. Amber Lynn is saying that she was told the whole time that it was. So, I mean, and then we're getting a joke. This is a very specific example. You know, to say the home wrecker burrito like this, I guess you should get me that, haha. I mean, I don't know what to make of this. I think that it was Brittany's idea to tell Amber that they were separated. And you know,
It
in that
was.
phone call and everything, it very much so seemed like Brittany was very far removed from this. Like she kind of trolled Amber Lynn at first, but then didn't pay any attention to.
Yeah, in the beginning, they said she even said, I think, that it was Brittany's idea to tell her that they were in an open relationship.
To it, didn't pay it any mind, and this was all done behind her back, and she didn't. I mean, I think at one point she said 98% of this story she was kept in the dark, that she really didn't have a part in any of this. You know, the question that you guys heard me ask them earlier was, you know, I was kind of asking them if you knew that Amber Lynn was receiving gifts in all of these vlogs back from like February, the thing about the Lego, the thing about the moon. Were you just not watching these videos? Because you obviously would have known. And I mean, their response to that was that she wasn't watching at the time. Brittany just wasn't watching Amber Lynn's videos. She didn't know. You know, and then we were kind of citing the thing about from the Facebook group about how she said something about, you know, something in April when she said that Amber Lynn is like the size of a planet. And, you know, they kind of chimed in and said, no, that was from years ago. I don't have that screenshot pulled up on here. I thought that was like 4 months ago. I guess it could have been from a few years ago, but personally, I don't know if Brittany was as removed from Girl World
I don't
and
know.
Amber Lynn's videos as she's saying. I thought that it said 2022. And then Mandy here is saying that screenshot said it was 2024. Brittany didn't know anything, yet she knew about the $2,400. I would like clarification on the $2,400. That's a really good point, Sarah.
It was an apathetic facts.
Brittany kind of didn't know about things, and she was kind of kept in the dark, yet there's something about $2,400 that Erica didn't even know about, but she did.
She said that she cost her $2,400.
Beverly and Peach, thank you. Let's not forget that in Apathetic Facts' video, Brittany wants at least $2,400. Okay, so I actually have not watched Apathetic Facts' video yet, but if you guys don't know, Apathetic Facts posted a video of, because Apathetic Facts had talked to Erica before I did, and Erica sent Apathetic Facts voice memos, so I don't know if Apathetic Facts said something different, but apparently there was information disclosed in that video that did not get brought up in yesterday's live stream, the $2,400 being one of the things. Thank you so much, Beverly. Becca on the brink, appreciate that. What is a cow tipper? I feel like I've missed the plot point. Well, you know, like what cow tipping is, right? Maybe this is like a Midwest thing, but if you push a cow over, it can't get up. It's kind of like a turtle. You know, like when turtles get on their back and like they can't get up. If you push a cow over it, they can't get up. So in the Midwest, for kids to
people
like,
tip
have something
cows,
to do because they're so bored, they go out and they push cows over. So it's kind of like the play on words concept of that. It's like pushing Amber Lynn over, kind of pushing her buttons. You know what I mean? Beverly, thank you again. This was all for $2,400. Was it worth it? You know what? I mean, you know, this is just a theory right now, but what if the $2,400 was to buy silence? I can't think of like any other reason why there would be.
No, I don't know what it is.
$2,400, that's a lot of money. So I don't know if this was to like buy silence or kind of hush money.
Yeah, I don't know what that Facebook. I don't know if I've seen.
I actually just received a DM from Brittany. She said that she would like to clarify the post that she made in that Facebook group from April about Amber Lynn being the size of a planet. She says, the post that I made was this year, but it came from years of watching Amber. I was just rejoining the conversation. I had no idea Erica was Valentine. I didn't know Valentine was a thing until recently. So Erica, this was all
Okay.
occurring, but I mean, according to Brittany, this was all occurring behind her back, and that she didn't know. Like, you know, if she was watching the videos and she was seeing that Amberlynn was receiving gifts, then she didn't know that it was Erica was the one that was doing it. Kind of. I was just rejoining. She said that she was rejoining the conversation. She had no idea Erica was Valentine. She did not know Valentine was a thing until recently. So it's kind of seeing. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of it in the chat right now, but you guys aren't buying that necessarily. So,
I can't see the words popping on the screen because of the.
of us appreciate that. Rural journalism. Rural journalism. I am out here on the front lines, people. Thank you so much, Bus. Sophia Hughes, appreciate that. Please request screenshots if possible. Amberlynn refused to, so if they have any verifiable dates of when disclosure about the marriage happening, it would prove all of this. So, I mean, we're kind of getting two different, again, we're getting two different sides of the story about the screenshots and everything. Amberlynn is basically saying that Erica erased all of, I love that I have the homewrecker burrito pulled up in the background right now. Erica is basically saying that, Amberlynn is saying that Erica deleted all their messages, doesn't have any of the messages anymore. And Erica's kind of just saying like, well, if I do need to clarify something, I will, but, you know, I may or may not have the receipts. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They're all in the wrong. This isn't adding up.
Yeah, everybody's shitty.
Jennifer, thank you for the bits.
All right. Yeah, we're going to end that here. Yeah, I think it's there's contradictions with Erica still, and Erica deflecting and minimizing her role. Same thing with Brittany. They shouldn't have done the things they did. And Erica was absolutely threatening Amberlynn towards the end there. But this video has gotten very long. My other one is still exporting. I should just do live streams, but then if I have to use the bathroom or something, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully I'll get a couple of things uploaded tonight. I'm going to stay up late because I have to get up really early Monday morning, so I'm trying to tire myself out to sleep tomorrow early, but not important. Anyway, we will see what's next after this. Hope you all have an amazing weekend, rest of the week, and until next time, be safe and take care.